What's going on, guys? Cheesy here. I know it's been a minute, guys. I know. Uploaded that montage recently, but back with another spawn peak video for you guys. The best spawn peaks in Rainbow Six Siege. This is all updated, by the way. New and improved spawn peaks that are just honestly pretty ridiculous. Just like this one I'm showing you guys on Oregon. This is just super stupid, but hey, to start it off, over here in a small tower and small tower window, we're gonna want to destroy small tower window like so. Hop on to this little thing onto the desk like so. Run onto this railing, and yeah, we have a really cheesy angle on main gate. So I'm just gonna try getting as close as possible for you guys. This is such a stupid little angle for you guys, but this is gonna be like a pre-fire type of spawn peak here. So if you guys can't see that, that right there is the main gate of their spawn next to a police car. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and show you guys where this is real quick and where I'm looking at. So yeah, look at this. Basically, you're looking right here, and it's a pretty cool spawn peak, really OP, I'm not gonna lie. And basically it's just a pre-fire spawn peak, so whenever they're running out, you can pre-fire this. You'll even be able to see their head if you're using someone like Rook or Tachanka with that little 2x. And yeah, it's a really solid spawn peak. But yeah, guys, I've missed saying this, but let's get on to our next map. Okay, guys, over here on Chalet, just on car garage down here. Showed a lot on Chalet as well, but these two are new. So on car garage, the main garage door here, you can actually get an angle like next to the camera here. So if they're running out, you can peek it and start spraying them down. Even if they're running towards this whole area beyond this black van, you could also spray it out. I feel like this is like an unexpected spawn peak, if I'm going to be honest. People aren't usually looking for bullet holes in the freaking garage. They're looking above and shit. And then another one over here is going to be for the campfire spawn. Destroy a bit of this barricade on the bottom. And if you watch this part, they run towards this. You could just spray it out like this. Or if you get a sound cue on your right, you can look towards these stairs. But it's honestly up to you. And for the new viewers of this channel, I'm going to cut to a different spawn peak. So give me a second. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for my new viewers that haven't seen this one yet, I guess this is pretty infamous on my channel, but over here in Solarium, you can actually get in on top of this window right here. So first of all, break this pot, and be very careful with this part. You're gonna want to like slowly sprint into the window like this, and now you can get an angle on this right here, this rock, or just over here. So it's a pretty cool spawn peak for campfire side and tower side, but it's up to you wherever you want to look at. And yeah, let's move on to our next map. Okay, guys, so I basically showed like every single spawn peak on Clubhouse, so I'm actually going to show you guys this one again for all my new viewers that are returning. This is still super solid, and I'm also going to show you another one after this that I haven't showed. But again, over here in garage, you can actually get a pretty sick angle in towards their spawn where they're running out from. Just over here, and through this little like railing thing, we can even get an angle through it, and we can also shoot from it. So I think it's a pretty cool little spawn peak. Like the attackers are going to run from their spawn into that. And then another one, this is going to be whenever we're trying to play out of cache, and it's going to be on the main garage right here. Just making a couple little like melee holes here, we can actually get a pretty cool angle right here. So whenever they start crossing, we start shooting at it just like so. And yeah, that's going to be Clubhouse. Let's move on. Okay, guys, now over here on Cafe. So again, not too many unique spawn peaks on this map really, except for this one right here that I'm going to show you guys right now over here in Fireplace Hall. So the first thing you're going to want to do to execute this spawn peak is destroy this whole entire chair just like this. Just absolutely fucking demolish it. Alright, get it out the way. And then destroy these two little vase things. Just completely, just absolutely destroy them. And then tear down this barricade. Now, just like so, we can actually make it from this table to this shelf like this. Like this. Just like so. It might take a couple of attempts. And once you destroy this whole barricade, you can actually step on it like this. Now we have a little spawn peak in the enemy spawn, and yep, once we see him, just start spraying at him just like this and get off. Don't even risk spawn peeking this whole area, only spawn peek over there. And yeah, really cool spawn peek for all the newcomers to Siege, even the veterans that might not know about it. But yeah, let's move on to our next map. Okay, guys, so I got two over here for Coastline. The first one's gonna be on pool entrance. I've showed this one before, but it's still just such a stupidly good spawn peek. So you're gonna swing out just like this and look instantly over here on the pool side. This is where the attackers are going to be attacking from and going straight towards, or they're going to be going straight towards over here, which I'm going to show you guys how to deal with this. So if we peek out like this and we don't hear anybody, but we if we peek out like this and we don't see anybody, but we start hearing people over here, we could just chuck a C4 like this and it'll land right there. I feel like it's just perfect. And so basically a 2-in-1 spawn peek. But now our next one, this is going to be again more of like a strategical one for people that are going to be rappelling up here. So if you actually break this whole barricade down and you get on the hookah couch like this, you can actually get a pretty cool angle right here for where they're going to be rappelling from. And once they rappel onto this and we see them, we can start spraying them down just like that. And I feel like it's just such a cool little like spawn peek. Like you would probably want to get behind this right here, get a bit of protection like so. We can hold it. Once they peek their heads out, we can just tap it just like that. Easy peasy. But yeah, let's move on to our next map. Alrighty guys, now over here on Bank, again one of these maps where I showed a lot of spawn peeks on, but I got a different one for you guys over here in printer room window as well as open area. So for this one, we're actually gonna be able to spawn peek this area right here, even if they swing this little window out. So we're gonna want to make a punch hole like just like I made right here, and we can actually hop on this desk like this, prone up, and we could actually get a whole angle of all of this right here. So I feel like it's a pretty cool one. And it's just unique, you know. But if you want to, you could also just open up like a bit of the window. If you're like really sweaty, you can align your like punch hole and like you could like break open like a bit of it like this, and then you can like step on like this, and then you can watch it like this. I mean, if you're really passionate with it, you could do it like that, but it's up to you. But yeah, this is a big one right here. I haven't showed this before. I feel like it's a pretty cool one. And yeah, let's move on to our next map. Okay guys, over here on border, over in archives, it's gonna be a jump out towards that spawn point on my right side over here on crash scene. So once this camera gets destroyed, or even if we see someone, we can just insta jump out and look over here. So they're either gonna be right here or right over there, or even in between that broken down truck and the car, or the, whatever the hell, pickup truck, right? Pickup truck. Yeah, that's what it's called. And yeah, so it's a pretty cool one over here. Or you can just look over here. It's honestly up to you. You can do whatever, which one. Honestly, I would prefer you look over here, honestly, just because by the time that they're over here, the enemies that spawned over here are going to be over there. They're not going to be able to cut you off in time. So real quick, just jump out like this. You can get a little spray down just like that. Or in reverse, just like this, and jump back out. But if you're playing inside of archives and over here in armory, then I would advise you look over here. But if you're playing downstairs and below, then I would say you want to look over here. But yeah, it's very optional and strategical for this spawn peek on where you and your teammates decide to defend. And yeah, let's move on to our next map. Okay guys, we're now over here on the new, I guess not really new reworked Consulate, but I guess the shit Consulate. And over here in Visa office, right off the bat, you're going to hop on this parking camera right here. So this is basically like a 3-way spawn peek. So first off, if we see anybody that breaks their camera from over here, we can instantly swing out just like so. If they're out there, if they're on the far side, I would advise just staying back and waiting for them to cross this little place right here. Or you can watch on our far right or left, just like this. We can swing out like that. Or we could do a full swing out on this part. And I guess it's a 4-in-1 because you could swing out all the way over here. It's optional. It's up to you, really. But I feel like it's a pretty solid one over here on Consulate. One I haven't showed yet. A bit of a run out. And yeah, let's move on to our next map. Guys, now over here on Kanal. Right off the bat, over in renovations, main wall. Just like this, making a little bit of a punch holes on the main wall here. You can make one. I just made a couple just to show you guys like a full clear like picture of it. If someone pops their head right here or right here, you can actually see it, and you can actually get a pretty good angle on it. And then another one is going to be in the hallway over here. It's going to be on this whole place right here. So if you're playing on these two sites, just break a bit of this window here, and if they peek these stairs, you can get a pretty cool angle like this and just peek it like so. Or you can just fully swing out if you're an absolute psychopath, but that's honestly up to you. But yeah, let's move on from Kanal and yeah, get on to our next map. Okay guys, now over here on Skyscraper. Okay, I don't know why I said it like that, but I don't know, guys. I'm just excited to be back. All right, so like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. But over here in office, we're actually going to be using these outside cameras, this one right here, to our advantage on the spawn peak. So this is actually a stupidly broken spawn peak that not many people know. But a lot of people actually rappel up on these and like this whole area right here, whenever they're attacking over here in office. So whenever they're trying to go for the main wall, they'll spawn here. So you could easily catch them off guard with this little spawn peak right here. But if they start making their way over here, then you could just even like swing out like this and just, yeah, it's real simple, real cool. But if they start peeking their heads over here, we can actually run out like this and peek it if they're like in the middle of the rappel. You can also do it for the other side like this, and I just feel like it's a really underrated spawn peak that not many people know about it. But yeah, let's move on to our next map. Okay, guys, so I got 2 and 1 for you guys over here on Villa for the last map. The first one is gonna be over here on Closet. It's gonna be a C4. So when you jump out, just chuck that bitch, and it should land right about here. This is the attackers are going to be spawning like backside over there, so you want to give it a couple of seconds before you actually jump out and you throw it. So give it a couple of seconds, throw it, and then honestly just let that bitch go like that. And then our next one over here is going to be actually a window sitting again. So I found this pretty recently, but you can actually sit in this window right here. So once you're waiting for the attackers to repel, you see them repelling, wait for their head to pop out and just start spraying their head off. And honestly, I feel like it's a pretty cool one. I actually never seen anyone do this before. That's why I'm bringing it up. It's pretty unique. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you guys did enjoy, I will have more content pumping out this next upcoming week as well as the following weeks. But